like a cup of EU fans' tears to wake you up in the morning. Hello and good morning, everyone, and welcome to Good Morning Esports. This is a show where I force people that just happen to be my friends in esports to do very embarrassing things for my own entertainment. Today we're going to be joined by two Twitch rivals casters. I guess one is a host and one is a caster. Both of them are absolutely fantastic. But before we meet them, there's something that I want to get off my chest. With the Worlds fully in swing, Worlds Championship being for League of Legends, of course, if you haven't followed or know who I am by now, I don't even know. Listen, esports, get used to it. But yeah, with Worlds in full swing and the group stage half over, it seems like LCS fans are about to fall into the same state of depression as they do every year. We watch as the NA teams that we have hyped up all year just start to lose to every single team that they face when they meet them on the world stage, leaving us wondering why we even bothered to get our hopes up in the first place. TSM are making their first Worlds appearance since 2017, and while some fans were hoping that reuniting with Doublelift and getting the band back together would mean international success for them, it's been a very long time since almost anyone on that team has played on the world stage. Now, to put it into perspective, Spica, their new jungler, was only 15 years old the last time that TSM played at Worlds. Yeah. And I mean, I'm trying to think of the nice way to put this since TSM still doesn't have a single win right now. It's not surprising to me, but I guess it is a little surprising to some NA fans that TSM is totally crap in the bed. Now, other fans were frustrated to see FlyQuest represent their region over Cloud9, but at the end of the day, FlyQuest was the team that qualified. Cloud9 didn't. FlyQuest is the team that made it to Worlds, and they should earn your support that way. They came into Worlds as an underdog team and have even managed to pick up a win in their incredibly tough group. Now, like TSM, most of these players haven't been on the international stage in a super long time. Unless, of course, you count Wild Turtle's fabulous interviews, of course. I loved Turtle Talks. Those were some of my favorite Worlds content, of course, besides the Liquid update. And speaking of which, then there's Liquid. They've been to Worlds 3 years in a row now, and even though the team is looking a little bit different than the last 2 years, still maybe not finding the success that we were hoping for. We all got very excited for them after seeing them in play-ins, but then they had a bit of a shaky start. But luckily, they did keep the LCS and NA fans' dreams alive by smashing G2 into the ground. Thank you, Yankos. You'll receive your check in the mail shortly. Now, but why does LCS always suck when it comes to Worlds? Is it the poor amateur scene? Is it the crap attitude from players? Is it the faulty coaches or poor support staff? Is it the limited player pool to draw from NA, the high ping? Was LCS built on a cursed Indian burial ground? I don't freaking know. But every single international event that NA has and they ultimately fall short in, we're met with an army of Reddit armchair analysts and frustrated content creators calling out every potential failing of the league. And honestly, I hate it. I hate it all. I hate the freaking speculation. I especially hate it that this is all going on while the players are in China right now at Worlds trying to pick up wins for their org, for their team, and for their region. And this is the crap that's going on behind their back on social media. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't problems or things that need to be fixed, but why don't we wait until after Worlds to clean house, or at least until after all the teams are out? I feel like instead we should really be focusing all of our energy and all of our love and all of our passion for the LCS region into support for these teams who are still trying to fight to bring honor and glory to the great region of LCS. That's not a meme. I truly mean and believe in that. Listen, this is Worlds. Anything can happen. So don't give up just yet. But now that all of that is off my chest and I could take a deep breath and once again start praying to the LCS gods, let's go ahead and start the show because I want to go ahead and meet our first guest who's going to be joining us, Twitch Rivals host WavePunk. But why don't we go ahead and see a little bit about him before we bring him on?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Twitch. Your host WavePunk. Just dance with me.
Oh, that was the best snipe I've ever landed.
Oh, come to Papa! On the transition, Garrett G, the booming clear, Squishy up for it, up against John. Can he carry it over the top? Can he find the double tap? He sure can. Squishy and Garrett G get the first goal.
Wave, I can tell you there will be another RLCS.
That's how you dance.
All right, we've got WavePunk with us for the first cup. Dude, what were those dance moves?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've danced like maybe 3 times on stream, and you guys put it like made it seem like that's all I ever do on stream. But I mean, it was a good song. That's all I gotta say. It was a really good song. Really got my mojo going in the morning. And yeah, I'm happy to be here, Ovilee.
I mean, I'm happy to have you. I was about to say, like, I'm glad that we got you dancing because honestly, every single time that I've been on Twitch Rivals with you, you've made it feel like a party every day, whatever that kids cartoon song intro is. But I've absolutely loved it. So I want to, introduce you to the audience and everyone because, some people are just here. Oh, I know League of Legends. Oh, I know Overwatch or something other. But I feel like almost everyone who is on the Twitch platform should know who you are by now because you are the premier host for Twitch Rivals. Every single event, whether it be League of Legends, Uno, Fortnite, Fall Guys, crazy games. Dude, how do you do it all?
I mean, it is like, as a host, you start to learn what you need to focus on and how to rely on the people who are the experts. Because the way the Twitch Rivals works is we take stops in various games throughout the course of a week. We'll go to 3 or 4 different games and like we'll come into a directory. That directory has streamers, that directory has viewers, that directory has casters and like figureheads. And 2 of those people usually will come on and be the people that I'm basically interviewing the whole time. I'm just saying, hey, tell me about this game. What's going on? What's the big story? Boil this game down for me in 25 words or less. Or, give me your elevator pitch. If I've never heard of this game, how should I play it? And the funny thing is like, it's not as hard as people think because I just become a viewer. I just become someone who's like just learning about the game for the first time and just give those people a voice. There's so many people in chat who are like, this seems cool, but I don't know anything about this. And this is clear that this chat's got kind of a system of inside jokes and culture going that I'm not aware of. I'm just going to sit here and lurk, try to give those people a voice. That's primarily what I'm doing on that show. It's not actually that much like I got to go and learn the meta of this game, except for like when we did like Magic the Gathering and like Counter-Strike and Warcraft. And I'm like, whew, these are some games that have been around like longer than I've been playing video games. So especially with Magic. Magic came out when I was like 3 years old. And they're like, we want you to host a Magic the Gathering tournament. And I was like, okay, this will be fun.
Yeah, it's like, wait a second, I only remember Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Where do you want me to go with this? But then, like you said, you're paired up with amazing people. So you could have, I don't know, Kibler with you when you're doing a Magic tournament. You're like, Kibler, what does this card do? And he just comes in and swoops in and saves the day. But I mean, hey, you're giving away all the hosting secrets, man. Just calm down on that a little. No, I'm just kidding.
The amount of times I say on the broadcast, now for the people at home who don't know, and I'm one of the people at home who doesn't know, is way more times than I'd like to admit. But nobody knows that. No one needs to know that, chat. It's fine.
No, because honestly, who tunes in to every single Twitch Rivals event anyways? Usually it's just people coming in, they're like, oh, I know Fall Guys. Oh, I know League of Legends. I want to see Yasuo and Tyler 1 like smack each other around. Like, that's what I'm going to tune into. And then what they don't know is that they end up seeing your face every single time. And it's freaking awesome. But I mean, you've also hosted and worked with so many different casters from so many different scenes and genres. Do you have your favorites yet besides, of course, yours truly?
I mean, the League of Legends community is extremely special for Twitch Rivals in many ways.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wearing a Shadow Dog shirt here. It's still the only team that's ever made a completely undefeated run in a Twitch Rivals tournament. And like the thing is that like Twitch Rivals at its core is this concept of what if we like took away the pros, right? Like they don't let the pros play. Let's just have the streamers play this game, and the streamers are personalities. They're entertainment, right? Like what if we watched a tournament of entertainers? It's almost like WWE or something like that, but meets esports, and like that's kind of the idea. I think the concept behind Twitch Rivals, and with so many of the games, it's like they're the top content creators are retired pros who aren't actually that interesting of people, and then the best content creators are wonderfully entertaining, but they're just not as good. And so there's like, oh, we'll do a Rainbow Six Siege event. This is a problem we ran back when we did Rainbow Six like the very first time back like February of 2019. Was like there was one team of former pros that just raffle stomped everybody, and it was like,
fun.
Yeah, and it doesn't. So it's like, how do I build a rule around where like there's people who are former pros who technically now count as content creators? I am becoming a mosaic right now on the stream, and it's like they are just they qualify, right? So how do we build rules around them? And that's just a constant struggle with Twitch Rivals. And the thing that's special about the League of Legends community is that the top content creators are genuinely good at the game and really are entertaining to watch play this game when we just have like a full team of Yasuo versus a full team of Tyler 1. There's a few former pros on there, a few collegiate players, a few amateur like high-level players, and then a few like just variety streamers. And it's wonderful. I think it's honestly like the League of Legends community is a special place in my heart on Twitch Rivals, despite how toxic you guys can get in chat. You guys can be real mean sometimes, not going to lie, but generally it's a good time.
That's one of my favorite Twitch Rivals to watch and both be a part of at the same time. I think the last one that we just did together, we were basically moderating Tyler 1, Yasuo, who else was it? Night Blue just yelling at each other the whole time. Yeah. And that, my friend, was content. And now, Caleb, I know you were wondering, why do I look like a mosaic or something? Well, here on GME, we have only one person that we can blame, and that's Tech Goblin Joey. And I'm going to allow you to yell at Joey for the first time of this show. Just go ahead, let him have it.
Listen, Joey, I did not take time out of my evening to become a medieval piece of art. I'm here to talk about esports, the most important, most sweaty, most try-hard, most extremely explicitly difficult practice this world has ever created. You will not stay in my way, Joey, okay? Let's get it together. Come on.
Hear that, Joey? Get it together, man! Joey lives in my closet. But WavePunk, I believe we've heard just enough about you. We do have a second guest to get to, and honestly, I've only met him or known him now for a couple weeks, but he is becoming one of my favorite casters in the esports scene. But before we go ahead and meet SanchoWest, why don't we show you a little bit about him?
We'll try to run away. Oh, no! I almost had it with the juke! Oh, I almost had you, bro, with the juke of the century. We're gonna leave this fight. I don't have anything. Oh, what happened? Did I drop the gas can?
Wait, did you win that crown yesterday, Soncho?
No. I don't want to talk about yesterday, okay? When I was competing in Fall Mania 3, I had some travesties occur, and I'm in here to see if Grand Pooh Bear could go back to back.
All right, and in our second cup, we've got Soncho joining us. Soncho, you were dead in the Among Us game, so honestly, I'm a little worried.
Hey,
you looking a little sus, man? You a little sus?
Listen, if you're a ghost in Among Us, that is the time to turn to a speedrunner crew member. All the tasks can get done quickly, so there's no issues. So I always look at the positive side of things. So that's how I keep entertaining and not getting like tilted at silly things like that. But I appreciate the love. I like the packaging. We got the clips showing you that I can step behind the desk and get to the front and show what I got.
Hey, I mean, there's so much stuff that you got to show off. I mean, Fortnite caster, Twitch Rivals caster. I believe you also make a crap ton of content on YouTube as well. And then now I saw on Twitter today, what you're doing football? You're casting football? Explain. Tell me.
Yeah, this October has been crazy. 2020 has been crazy, but this one is just jam-packed. I'm doing Fortnite FNCS, which is their like official Fortnite cast. And then DreamHack, which is another tournament in Fortnite. But for me, the crown jewel as a content creator / host is Thursday Night Football, where I'm just not hosting anything. I'm just like watching the game, and I have the NFL feed on my stream. So we're like literally watching the game all together. And it's like a huge deal because it's the NFL. And so I'm very hyped for that, being a big NFL fan. But it's just like when October came up, I told myself, like, what can I throw on my plate? And I was like, yeah, let's go a little bit more. And so like, it's kind of crazy. Like I'm working essentially 20 days out of the month. So I don't know how it's going to go, but we're entering week 1. So we'll see how it goes.
That's insane, man. Wait. So you basically get like the clean NFL feed and you could cast over it or do whatever you want?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Now, actually, I don't know too much about football, but that sounds pretty freaking amazing.
It's pretty cool. And I wish they would extend it to other things. Like I'm a big wrestling fan, so I would wish it would be like WWE Monday Night Raw. And that would be an amazing thing. And before all this COVID thing hit, they were going to have WrestleMania in Los Angeles. I don't know what the plans were, but I was like, that's going to be my goal, to do some sort of Twitch activation at WrestleMania. So who knows? I mean, I just love, like, I feel like I just started on this whole casting journey. Like, I feel like I'm in year 1, and it's just crazy to see all the things that this could lead and lead me here, on this awesome show.
Okay, Caleb, here's my pitch.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm listening.
WWE style Twitch rivals. Same concept. We bring in all the streamers post-COVID, of course. I want to see offline TV in there. I want to see Tyler One and Yasuo. I want to see Grand Pooh Bear. I want to see who else is in there. That I want to see, like, tag team battles or something. I don't know wrestling too much, but all I know is that I want to see, like, Lily Pichu just, like, pummel someone into the ground in this ring.
Wait, so
can you make it happen?
Real wrestling? Real wrestling? Twitch rivals. This is the ultimate rivals competition for all streamers whatsoever, and I want Soncho casting it. It's the ultimate question of what are streamers actually willing to do to get viewers, because that bring in the viewership. Absolutely.
We talked about this for one of the casts, I believe. Do you recruit your team for skill, or do you recruit your team for clout?
Mm-hmm. The memes are important, right? Personally, here's my take, Soncho. Well, you and I have been back and forth on this plenty of times on Twitch Rivals. Like, for me, this is the difference between Twitch Rivals and other forms of competition. The difference between this and the LCS is that this is for content creators who will create content, not wins. They create content. Most of their best content, you can back me up on this, Soncho. Most of your best content is you losing. That's what's interesting. We just watched a clip of you not winning a game of Among Us, but being already dead. Already actively losing. So, like, that's the best content. I feel like you got to play for content. It's
the best content to see me lose. Yeah, it's just the best.
I mean, you win. You back it up with someone in 2. You're really good at video games.
That's quite right. Now, I do feel like the three of us have become fast friends just over bonding of Fall Guys Fridays and whatever various Twitch Rivals events we all meet on from time to time. But now, listen, the entire theme of today's show is, rivalries. We've got the Twitch Rivals cast on here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump us into our first game of the day, which is rivalries. All right, now the way that this game goes is very, very simple. I'm going to give you a bunch of different pairs of items, people, things, whoever, whatever, and I'm going to need you to argue your case for which one you think is the top dog out of this rivalry. Easy? Easy to explain, right? We get it?
Do we each have to argue opposite sides, or can we take the same side?
You can take the same side if you want. Like, if everyone says, hey, I like potatoes way more than potatoes, then congratulations, that's the correct answer. Are you ready?
Is twice baked potatoes. I'm ready.
Oh, all right. He's already off to a good start. I'm going to give SanchoWest 3,000 points. First side, let's go.
Yes.
Rivalries. Ooh. Cats or dogs? WavePunk.
Cats, easily. Okay, dogs, I'm not going to lie. I've had a lot of dogs in my life. They were all very not smart, and there's a like cat. I love the intelligence of cats. It feels like having a small panther in your room. They're so soft. They're fun to watch do things. And here's my key thing: they're not needy. A dog walks into my room after I've had a long day of work, and I just want to go to sleep, and he's like, "Bro, I need you to pet me, and if you don't start petting me now and keep petting me until the end of time, we're gonna have a problem here." And a cat's like, "Sup, bro? Hey, you scratch on the chin? Cool. I'm off and doing my own thing." That level of independence is attractive to me. I'm a cat person.
You're a monster. I'm sorry. Soncho, go ahead. Your opinion?
Okay. All right. I would. Okay. Hear me out. I wish I could have cats. All right. I wish I could, but I'm allergic. I can't have cats around me. My 2-year-old daughter one day is going to have a kitten, and I'm going to suck it up for her because that's how much I love her. But I'm going to have to go ahead and pick cat dog. All right. Fantastic show on Nickelodeon. One and a half was a cat. The other one was a dog. You had both worlds, and it was an amazing. I don't know where the ends were, though, because they only had the fronts. So the correct answer is cat dog. Trick question. Thank you.
Here's my thing. I'm allergic to cats, too. And we have a cat in the room I'm living in right now. That's how much of a cat person I am.
Oh, okay, all right, whatever. And also, to answer the cat dog question, I always assumed that they had belly buttons towards the middle, and that's how they dealt with it. I'm going to go ahead and give WavePunk 500 allergy points. But Soncho, you get 1,000 points for bringing in cat dog. Next slide.
Yes.
Naruto versus Sasuke. Answer carefully here, SanchoWest.
I'm going to probably lose points here. I'm probably gonna be asked to leave. But I don't watch anime.
All right, Joey, it's okay. We could go ahead and just cut his feed.
I'm saying mosaic me all you want, Joey. I'm sorry.
Cut his feed. Could we just go ahead and get no? What, we signed a contract to allow him on here?
He got it.
There I go. Great.
Oh, he's gone. All right, WavePunk. Now it's only you. Rivalry, Naruto or oh, he's back. Naruto or Sasuke?
Here's the thing. I do watch anime, but I have not watched either of these. But just because I know about him a little bit more and like his headband, I'm gonna go with Naruto.
All right, that's fair. I feel like in terms of this rivalry, like anime fans will know that faded rooftop scene where, you know, Naruto breaks out the Rasengan, Sasuke breaks out the Chidori, and then Sasuke's like, haha, I did more damage with my Chidori, and then he turns around, sees the broken water tower, and Naruto completely blasted through it. Naruto is the better rival in this particular matchup because Sasuke, you broody little boy, you ain't
Listen, I watch My Neighbor Totoro, all right? Do I get some love for that? Totoro for the win.
All right, rivalry, Totoro or Cat Bus?
Oh, man, those are both dope. Those are both dope.
The answer is Cat Bus! Sancho loses 300 points.
Oh, wow.
All right, here's an easy one. Goku or Vegeta? Sancho,
okay,
please.
I do watch Dragon Ball Z, all right? I have seen where it takes like 10 days to get to, like, they see each other, and it's a bunch of 10 days for them just to throw a punch. I vibe with it. I love it. And you know what? I gotta give a shout out to my boy Vegeta. You know, he had the skills, he had the confidence. He just didn't have that natural talent. You know what I mean? The natural talent that Goku had, and for some reason, Goku all of a sudden could just get stronger. But my boy Vegeta was going out there as best as possible, knowing that he wasn't the best, but he competed every single time, and he never gave up. So Vegeta for the win.
I feel like
I don't know if I can ever take a guy seriously who's named after vegetables. So, like, I think it's got to be Goku rocks the blue hair just a little bit better in this one. It's a close matchup, but I'm going to go with Goku.
Sancho, 3,000 points to you because I like Vegeta in a pink shirt. Next slide. Batman or Superman? WavePunk, come on, you gotta keep up here.
Okay. So here's the thing. Like, crybaby rich boy who canonically cannot lose because that's how his plot's written, or a bulletproof alien from another planet that defies gravity and has genuinely no weak points except for a green rock. If he just stays away from it, he's fine. This is like, Superman is literally One Punch Man, but not ironically. Like, he's like, you can't find anything to lose against. So you put the two against each other, he's got to win. I feel like it's got to be Superman if you take him out of the comic book.
That's fair. Sancho.
Listen, Adam West, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, Val Kilmer, Chris. Who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting here?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. You know, we're going all. And then what? Man, what was it? Christian Bale. Boom. Those are legends playing great people like Batman. There was a Batman, George Clooney. Batman. Okay.
Men.
Christopher Reeve, shout out to you. RMP, you're an amazing Superman. I mean, you had the Henry Cavill, a decent, great Superman as well. But those first lists of characters are the reason why Batman wins. And Robert Pattinson, come on.
Your argument is the actors?
Batmobile is? Yes. Because
what are you talking about?
You can't argue comic books because it's always going to be tit for tat. But when it comes down to entertainment and movies in the medium of film, Batman for the dub.
Look, this is a different question. If you're asking me which was a better movie, Superman, anything, or The Dark Knight.
We don't have time. We don't have time to debate about this because we got to get on to the next slide. Come on, gentlemen. We have more games to get through. So let's get to the next slide of this. I'll give both of you 500 points because I appreciate both.
Oh, this is a trap question. I don't like this one.
Answer it. Answer it.
Look, okay, I have 200 I have like over 200 hours of in league, which I know is not a lot in esports, but that tells you I have 1 hour in Dota. But I have been to the International. I have not been to Worlds. Dota and its lineup of characters that all get played consistently at their top level at the International. The way that the rosters can change to like every champion or heroes they're called. Every hero is an option in every draft is genuinely entertaining. And the fact that I actually don't play the game makes it feel like I'm actually watching a Clash of the Gods where like I'll watch a character pick up another character and throw them at someone who's trying to escape. And I'm like, for just a moment, I'm teleported into Dota and I feel like I'm actually watching the game as the developers wanted me to see it. For that reason, I'm going to go Dota and I'm going to play the enemy card here.
My man, dude, my man, dog. It's like Listen, I don't even know much about Dota. I don't know much about League, but League has the personalities of Tyler 1, and that to me is entertaining. Tyler 1 is always going to be the cherry on top for anything that he plays. Tyler 1 for the win, League for the win.
That's a really good point.
Sancho's just picking up points right now. Sancho, 2 million points for you. WavePunk, you get like 2. That's it. You can just get 2 points. Next slide. And gentlemen, we actually have a lot more slides, so let's try to keep these a little bit snappier. Rivalry, CSGO or Valorant? Sancho, let's start with you.
I'm going to go with Valorant. You got the magicalness of the abilities. You have the precision shooting at the same time. It's dope. It's fire. And the agents are awesome too. And I love the art style.
I am tired. I am tired of us making like this whole like terrorist versus non-terrorist video games in a dusty, like sandy, deserty place. Like Valorant's pretty colors, cool gun mechanics. I'm with Soncho on this one, Valorant.
I agree. I do like the different like agents, player skills, and all that fun stuff compared to just I'm gonna shoot you with my gun. But I know that a lot of people also want Raze to be removed from the game. So next slide. All right, rivalries: Fortnite or Warzone? Sancho, are you a little bit biased in this one, or what do you think?
I'm definitely going to be biased in this one because one thing only, Warzone does not have custom lobbies where you could throw everybody in the fight. So we don't know who's the best Warzone player. It's nothing but pop stomping. And that's what I like about Fortnite. We got FNCS coming up. We're going to figure out what's the best trios in all the regions. It's dope. Fortnite for the win for that just one reason.
Look, if I wanted to sweat there, like, I'll just go build a roof, okay? If I want to have fun, I'm dropping into Verdansk. I'm playing in Warzone where there's literally nonstop action, and when you shoot at people, they don't turn into skyscrapers. I'm on Warzone side.
I hate building, man. I'm on Warzone side too. Next.
Fair enough.
All right, Twitter or Instagram? Wave.
Instagram for me is a more clean, more just genuinely enjoyable experience, significantly less tilting. I think I'm gonna go with Instagram.
Really? Okay, Sancho?
I have to agree. I feel like Twitter is like the friends that you have of Facebook. So it's the same kind of arguments, but you're not just having it with family members. But I have to give this to something that's going wrong with Instagram. Instagram, fix your algorithm. What happened? You were promoting my videos. I was on the rising star of becoming so many followers. And all of a sudden you change your algorithm. So for that, I still have to go with Instagram. But, you know.
See, I'm Twitter all the way because Instagram, I feel like you got to be able to post pictures of yourself or delicious food, and I have neither of those. So at least with Twitter, I could post GIFs and just funny short memes, and I immediately rack up the following. So I'm going to go ahead and give 1,000 points to each of you. Next slide.
Yes.
Rivalries. Here we go. We were talking about it. Yasuo versus Tyler 1. Now, Caleb, we just had this discussion, so I'm going to let Sancho go first here. Sancho.
I mean, for this rivalry to bleed into Fall Guys, I find it so hilarious, and they can't coexist. It's like just seeing these men is literally like Superman and Kryptonite. So I love it. I just for some reason I love that Tyler won. I think he's a lot more intelligent when it comes to the memes and whatnot and social media. Like who could spill a whole plate of food on their keyboard and not knowing that will happen? Okay, for the win, Tyler won.
Look, this is the Batman versus Superman in real life. This is as good as any story I've ever seen in esports. Yasuo versus Tyler 1 is, it's my favorite thing. The fact that it happened in the finals of Twitch Rivals this past League of Legends Draft Showdown is so special to me, but I'm wearing a Shadow Dog shirt. I gotta go with Tyler 1 on this one. Tyler 1 all day, baby.
I love Tyler 1, but at the same time, I do still think that Yasuo is becoming a rising star, not only in streaming, but also in content creation. If you haven't seen his show on 100 Thieves yet, Run It Down, I think is what they're calling it. Run it up, run it down. I don't know, but it's been great so far. So I'm going to give a couple points to Yasuo. None to you, but just Yasuo gets like 10 brownie points. Next slide. Rivalries, Cloud9 or TSM? Unfortunate, as if you're thinking about League of Legends, one is not currently at Worlds right now. And then in Valorant, I think TSM has usually been on top. So, Wave, let's start with you. C9?
This is hard. This is hard because Cloud9 has easily been my favorite looking team for forever. Like, they have the best branding, best logo and everything, you know, but Wardell is also just like absolutely everything I ever care about in Valorant. Yeah, he never misses. He's got the AMG. He's leaning up against it. Like, this is hard. I'm going to go with TSM.
TSM. All right. In the chat, TSM chance. SanchoWest, you.
I gotta go with TSM. I mean, same thing. Wardell's phenomenal Valorant, but I just have to say I'm just a big fan of Myth. Myth has been so fun to watch, and from his first start in Fortnite, getting the competitive, but now he's just a content creator. So for some reason, just something about TSM that I just enjoy, and Myth, and especially Coach Myth. Coach Myth is an amazing thing to watch when he's watching Valorant.
2 messages from chat that I want to call out. One person says, CLG, I wish. I don't even think so. CLG's been dead for a long time. I can't even think of another game that they're competitive in except for maybe their women's Valorant or women's CSGO department. But then someone also said that, wow, out of the 2 teams that we see on the screen right now, neither of them are at Worlds.
Fair enough.
And that hurts. That hurts. All right, next slide. Rivalry, NA or EU? I'm going to start this one off. It's NA all the way. NA way greater than EU. I mean, you just saw what Liquid did to G2 the other night, and that's what's going to happen until the end of time. WavePunk.
I'm sorry. Did North America, did Europe invent rock music? Okay, yeah, they did. But did they invent apple pie? Okay, probably. Okay, but did they invent the Mustang, the Ford Mustang? Nope, that's 100% American, baby. You can't take it away. NA, baby.
America, let's go NA. Soncho.
Look, there's so many things that we could talk about, but I'm a big fan of the greatest baking cooking show, whatever that is. It's a phenomenal show on Netflix.
Hold on. You are not about to, as a fellow Texas brother, about to chop across the pond. I'm not about to let this happen live on air, Soncho. Don't do this to me.
Listen to me, dude. The greatest baking show, the Bake Off. It's a phenomenal show. If they had a rib show, I'd be down for it on Netflix. But listen, I get it, but the problem what I love about between gameplay or personalities, we all know NA has the crazy personalities. EU, I'm just going to be the devil's advocate here and vote for EU, and hopefully I get points out of it.
Negative 3,000 points for Soncho. WavePunk gets 300 Texas points. Next slide.
Come on now.
Rivalries. This is a good one. Blackpink versus KDA. Now, this one is for the chat, honestly. I want to hear what chat has to say, but as they go ahead and tally their votes, Soncho, redeem yourself.
I'll redeem myself. You know what? I'm going to go with Blackpink. I don't know much about this, but Blackpink reminds me of Bret the Hitman Hart. Pink and black. Excellence of excellence of execution. The best of the best. Blackpink. Why not?
Wait, what?
Don't worry about my heart.
Go over my head. I don't understand what just happened.
Don't worry about it. Break the Hitman Heart.
WavePunk, what happened?
I think it's a boomer reference. It's okay. And here's my thing. Like, this is a weird time to run this versus because KDA's EP hasn't dropped yet, and Blackpink just put out a new album. But I will say, Blackpink's new album leaves just a little bit to be desired. There was a few good tracks, and then the rest of it, I just actually personally wasn't super hot on. And KDA has yet to drop a track that's not in like my top 10. And they're literally the coolest meta thing that's ever happened in video gaming. So yeah, KDA.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a music culture phenomena that's going to be remembered for years to come. Just absolutely.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
I'm excited for that because I do like seeing how people use social media to be innovative, but then at the same time, the concept of Seraphine terrifies me just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead. Honestly, for this, I'd probably go with KDA over Blackpink, just because I love Blackpink, but at the same time, that's what the baddest do. Next slide. Pepsi or Coke? WavePunk.
Oh, okay, Soncho. I'm gonna give an answer, and you better back me up, or I don't know. I think our Texas brotherhood might just be over here. This is Coca-Cola, 100% of the way, always, every day.
I have to back up. Listen here, this Texas blood runs true. When you go to Texas and you ask yourself for a beverage, you always say, "May I have a Coke?" You don't say, "May I have a Pepsi?" And then when you say, "May I have a Coke?" they go, "What kind of Coke do you want?" And then you tell them you maybe want a Big Red or Dr. Pepper. So that shows you how strong Coke is. Coca-Cola for the win.
Absolutely.
I didn't even know that. That's insane.
I'm teaching you.
I learned a little bit about Texas culture today. You guys each get 500 education points. Next slide.
Yes.
All right, Apple or Microsoft? Now, as gamers, I feel like there's only one real answer here. So, Soncho, why don't you start us off?
Okay, the real answer is Microsoft. The problem is that you can't do jack with Apple. You can't do, you can't even switch your parts out if there's something wrong. I used to be an Apple technician. I used to work for something like the Apple Store, and you don't understand the pain that you have to tell someone that, hey, your little RAM stick that's going to cost you, you're going to have to throw the whole thing out and buy a whole new computer because it's not going to be worth updating. So for that reason, Microsoft all the way, because you could build some sick PCs.
Yeah, that's just whack. Caleb?
is pretty. I mean, he's got a pretty strong argument there. But as I'm not just a gamer, I was actually a musician before I was a gamer, and I still use my MacBook from like 2013 to write music on and to publish wonderful tracks that a whole 14 people listen to. I'm kind of split in the middle of this one. I'm gonna go Apple just for the sake of argument.
RGB, bro. RGB. Come on.
I just don't think it's Apple at all. I mean, I know that a lot of my creative friends like to use Apple because they run. I mean, they just say, yeah, there's Final Cut on Apple, but I mean, like Premiere, I feel like is just as good along with all the other Adobe software. But I don't know. I feel like it's Microsoft here. I feel like easily it's Microsoft. I don't even think that Apple wins in the phones department. Next slide. Okay, gentlemen, Ronald McDonald or the Burger King? Sancho.
Listen, Ronald McDonald's to step his game up. He got friends like Travis Scott, Jay Baldwin. We're talking about some epic celebrity meals coming down the pipe, and I'm all for it. Get me one. I'm excited for it. Give me that sweet, sweet nuggets. The king himself, he's just creepy. Not for me.
Actually, I'm surprised that between the two of these, the king is the one that's creepy to you. But they're both kind of terrifying in their own right. Just based off of enjoying his food more, I'm going to go with Ronald McDonald as well.
Damn,
Wrong.
am I the only person who's like Reverend the King? He's doing the entrepreneur pose, the like BMW. Like
what's it going to take to get you into a new Kia Sorento today?
And to get you some, chicken fingers today with the special dip sauce. Do you not remember when Burger King came out with like the sauce holder on their chicken fries cup? That is innovation.
I genuinely don't remember that.
I remember that. And then McDonald's took it and stole it.
1,000 points for Sancho. 1,000 points for Sancho for understanding Burger King history. Next slide. This is our last slide, gentlemen. Rivalries. Ooh. Ninja versus samurai.
I think I'm going to go ninja on this one. Ninjas, my name's WavePunk, and the ninjas to me are kind of the counterculture to the samurai dynasty dominance that happened in old feudal Japan. And also, they're second only to their namesake, the greatest streamer of all time, Mr. Tyler Blevins. I feel like just because of that cross-cultureness, I got to go with ninja.
All right.
Man. You ever seen the movie The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise and Ken Watanabe? That's an amazing movie, and that's a movie about samurais. You ever seen a movie called Mulan? All right, Mulan's not being a ninja; she's being a samurai warrior. All right. You ever played a game called Samurai Showdown?
Now we're talking your Asians confused.
No, I mean I know it's not the same thing, but she's got the samurai.
I think you have your Asians confused.
No,
so much.
you're breaking my point here. Listen, it's the armor, all right? The samurai armor. I know Japanese, Chinese. I got that, but I'm making a point here. I'm making a point here that it's all about the vibe. Look at the vibe of the samurai armor. You know what I'm saying? They look cool. They look legit. The movie Wolverine himself going up against the Silver Samurai, that looked legit as well.
But what about Christian Bale in The Dark Knight, who is a ninja?
I mean, hey, but he has an awesome. Let's see, that's okay. You got me there. Give him the points. You got me there.
WavePunk, you get points just for understanding that samurai are not a part of Chinese.
No, I know.
100 points, WavePunk. Let's go ahead. We're gonna move on to our next game of the day, Caster Battles. All right, Caster Battles is becoming a quick fan favorite on Good Morning Esports. Gentlemen, this is how the game works. I'm going to show each of you a clip. We're going to go one at a time, and you are just going to have to cast over it. Absolutely no knowledge beforehand. And then once each of you cast a clip on your own, I'm going to join you together at the end, and you guys are going to cast together for that one clip. WavePunk, you want to go first?
Absolutely.
All right, then let's go ahead. Joey, roll the clip.
All right, so here we see young men in what looks to be 1980s Russia dancing their hearts out. We have a jump cut to a different dancer. This man in a white tank top. Looks like he's dribbling a basketball, or is he chewing gum? Maybe both at the same time, and now over. Oh my goodness, a young lady moving so quickly. How can she move her feet this way? Oh, it's going to just absolutely take the floor down into the next level of the ground, I guess, here. She's looking pretty worn out, but it's all right. She'll make it through. Now over to Track Jacket. This is how you know this man is in Russia. He stopped dancing. What is happening? Oh, different dance moves. Taking the jacket off. Nope, puts it back on. This guy is looking all right now. and now the glasses come off. This is a tactical maneuver to try and thwart the other males trying to assert dominance on the floor. Now over to this young man here. No hair on his head, and that will be the end of the clip. No hair going to be the one that takes that victory.
Soncho, I felt like I was there.
I could hear the sweat.
You just hear it. I've never been to a cool dancing club like that before because I don't get invited to things. But like, I feel like I now got to live vicariously.
I'm pretty sure that's how dance floors work, right? There's like an announcer the whole time that's just narrating what's happening.
Oh, there's casters at clubs?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's my night job.
I can just see you, Fortnite and Fall Guys by day, nightclub at night. All right, Soncho, let's get your clip up there. Joey, let's roll it.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, a very tough approach. The ice has been wet all day, but here we are. It is Trevor's time. Trevor, the world champion, gonna learn how to show it, and he's safe. Well, wait a minute. This is going to be a very interesting thing. I can't believe he's going to actually pull this off. Trevor going for the goal. Oh, my goodness. Man, that is definitely going to cost him a couple of points there, no doubt. Coming all the way from NA, farmer boy from Wisconsin, going all the way back, learning the ways from his grandfather. Here he goes. Trevor again. No, the pressure's too high for the world champion. The world comers is all watching this right now, and Trevor is having a bad time. We're looking at the clock. There's about 30 seconds left. He needs to put the immaculate. Yes. Oh, my God. Yeah. No. Oh. Almost had it. He was going for the 360, and before oh my goodness, this has to be the worst performance we've ever seen on the world stage here. The farmer boy from Wisconsin is totally throwing. Oh my goodness, this is not good. NA is totally not represented here on the EU stage.
How did you know that was an EU puddle? Like how did you know it was an EU puddle?
I had that vibe of it, like a James Bond type. You're looking over, it's a little gray, it's a little foggy, a little London fog.
Okay, all right. I feel I could kind of see that. I just did you see how on the pond there were like a bunch of big rocks with like dents in the thing because it looked like the kids had chucked the rocks on to make sure it wasn't going to break. I was pretty sure that he was going to fall through the ice.
I was waiting for him to fall through the whole time.
I was really waiting. But then it would be a very different video because that would be sad.
I cannot wait for that Tony Hawk game right there. That looked like a Tony Hawk level born.
Yeah. Except with, this clip you could play without needing the internet. All right, let's go ahead and get that next clip up and ready. This is the final clip that both of you guys will be casting together. Do you want to assign caster play-by-play color, or do you just want to go just roll with it?
I think we can roll with it. I'll start if that makes that clearer. If this is the beginning, but watch this magic.
Let's go, Joey! Do it.
All right, here we can see the great bake-off here. Two competitors going to be going for the food in the bowl. The mother going to be trying to defend the bowl. The young man going to be trying to eat as much of it as he can here, Soncho.
Man, I like this grandma's defense. We're talking about high-caliber defense. She's been on the clock, a World Hall of Famer, but this up-and-comer little Joey here is going to be the one that's going to be aggressive. And look at that, already into that. A little late pull from the grandma here. Needs to step up there because Joey is going to have his way, eat his cake there, Caleb.
Yeah, Joey did get a little handful. Oh, and he's going for the sneak attack. Back for the butter this time. Gets at least a quarter of the bar. And now going for it looks like probably the chocolate chips. Oh, no, the brown sugar. And not even waiting to get in the bowl. This is technically cheating by regulation rules. And now going for the bowl. Ow! It's an absolute chaos.
I can't believe it. You're just seeing, age being a big factor. When you're a young gun like Joey, you're able to sneak past the defense of your grandma. And no doubt that is going to be a big time. Another one. This is unbelievable performance from Joey. And no doubt racking up the points, getting it done.
Absolutely.
Oh, my gosh.
I like the chat. That is Tech Goblin Joey from the, we did get some footage of his upbringing there.
That's Joey right there, just gobbling all the butter that he can. I saw that kid for the first time, I think on TikTok, like last night. Yeah. That kid is fast. Like he just goes into the bowl, grabs the flour, and then he's freaking out of there. But gentlemen, nice casting today. We actually have a poll going on in the chat. Who's the best caster? Go ahead, cast your vote. 2 people saying it's Soncho. Soncho! Congratulations.
Yes.
10,000 points. 10,000 points to Soncho right now.
I will
back
use
and host.
this 10,000 points to learn more about proper Asian culture when it comes to words.
There you go. You better learn. All right, gentlemen. Well, that was caster battles, and honestly, like, I feel like we got a pretty good gauge of your casting prowess. But now we're gonna go ahead and test your teleprompter skills with Ron Burgundy. All right, this game is simple. We actually had a lot of fun with it when we played it last time with Riv and stuff. Game's called I'm Ron Burgundy. We are going to give you each a teleprompter read that you must read through, and it's pretty simple. Just that. No other details. Are you ready, WavePunk?
I'm so excited. I'm already laughing. This is bad.
Dude. This is his wheelhouse.
I don't know. We'll see.
You're starting us off. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Joey, roll it for Caleb.
3, 2, 1. And now I'm going to read an excerpt from my latest poem titled, How Can Mirrors Be Real If Eyes Aren't Real? You can discover everything you need to know about everything by looking at your hands. I know you because I be spoken to newborn babies who are the most intelligent beings on the planet Earth. If everybody in the world dropped out of school, we would have much more intelligent society. Trees are never sad. Look at every once in a while, they're quite beautiful. But wait, there's no nutrients in the food or in the soil or in the water. I've been drinking distilled water for so long that when I've been drinking normal water, it feels like I'm swallowing huge chunks of aluminum. People used to ask me why you want to get play holder or say that a stupid question. Well, it's a real question I'm right now because of 7 years in your body and completely replaced my cells, so it just becomes, it doesn't matter. What are you? You think you can get it? You don't. So fast.
It was fast, but listen, like, you gotta be Ron Burgundy, man. You gotta keep up the pace. Soncho,
No, you gotta pace it.
No, you gotta keep up with the pace. If the prompter man is going like this, then you better go like this with your pacing.
Oh, man.
Producer is never wrong. Right, Joey? I'm never wrong, huh? Cool. Just checking.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yes, man.
Soncho, do you think you can do it better? Do it faster?
I could do my best.
Let's go. Roll it for Soncho.
Let's not get eliminated. All right, here we go. This is my PC. There are many like this, but this one's mine. My PC is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I must master my life. Without my PC, it's useless. Without my PC, I am useless. I must meme on my PC true. I must meme better than trolls who are trying to meme me. I must meme them before they meme me. My PC and I know that what counts in memes is not what the likes we get, not the retweets or the upvotes. We know what Twitch emails that count. We spam to each other. Mine is a human. It's a life that's ever the weakness, the strength, the graphics card has to what's come to play, and my microphone's working on Discord the last time, and I'll keep my keyboard clean, free of crumbs, and I am clean, free of crumbs. We are part of each other. Before Ovilee, I swear this created my PC and my defenders of good content. We are masters of memes, the saviors of scrolling, and we shall be victorious in esports, but not for everybody. And esports is true. I made it for Jeez, that goes like so fast.
That was good. That was very good. Now, are you ready to do it together?
Yes.
At the same time?
At the same time. Wave, I believe you start us off. It's going to swap back and forth. Your name.
Okay.
Wow. It's like
All
the state challenge.
Yeah,
ready?
I'm ready.
Roll it, Joey.
2 casters, 1 prompt.
Oh, dear.
Soncho, sorry.
Hello, and welcome to Good Morning Esports. Ovilee was swallowed by a fish. So I'm your new host, SanchoWest. Today, I'm joined by a perfect example of what happens when you drink while pregnant, WavePunk.
Nine, Soncho, it's good to be here in the same room because I know that how bad your chronic flatulence gets when you're nervous. Are you nervous, buddy?
Oh, of course I am. Now, this episode of Good Morning Esports, we're doing a little something different. We have lyrics of the greatest musical of all time featuring Miss Elliott. It's worth it. What they put that thing in and did in reverse. Right forever, yeah.
Next, I'm going to wax lyrically about the going beyond the single latest. Up in the club, just broke up doing my own little thing, and they got to decide to dip, and here he comes on the attention, crying my tears. Your tears can't be good because you know I'm on the ring of it.
Now, I'm a little disappointed that you didn't know the words to Single Ladies by heart.
There's, yeah, if you like it, you should put a ring on it. I'm just reading what's on the prompter, okay? My brain's not realizing what I'm reading.
Reading the prompter, okay? You could have thrown a miss lyric in there.
Yeah, I have to actually read it.
Professionals here, Ovilee. We read the prompter.
Let's read what's on the prompter. That's Ron Burgundy.
True professionals can read the prompter and then also realize, oh, this is what I'm reading, and then go back and reread it.
The thing that happened on WavePunk's time, not me.
That's all I'm saying. I'm so disappointed that you didn't know the words to should have put a ring on it. Therefore, WavePunk loses 5 million points. 5 million points gone. WavePunk loses them all. Chad, I hope that you're keeping up the point counter because I definitely am not.
Somebody is.
Sancho's like, I got it.
Another
all
damn.
right, gentlemen. You know what? If everyone does the dance for just 5 seconds, I will give you your points back. Soncho loses 1,000,000 points.
Wait. First off, you're too fast, Ovilee. You look like you're doing some Bollywood dance, and you're just in this.
What's the song from Three Idiots? I absolutely love that movie. Doobie 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 da 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 da. Okay, never mind. Let's get into the next game. Price is wrong. Pull it up.
Oh no.
All right, welcome to Good Morning Esports' Price is Wrong, where we are going to show you a couple items and you are going to have to guess the price. So make sure that you don't guess the price wrong. We're creative. Let's go first item. All right, we have the Secret Lab Titan chair. Caleb, you go first. How much does this cost?
I'm gonna guess $195.
$195. All right, Soncho.
$250.
$250. Both of you guys are absolutely insane. Both of you are crazy on the low end. $459 for these chairs. These chairs are so crazy expensive. I can't even believe it. And I can't tell you how many pro players I've seen just like take their chair when they're done with it, like after they leave a team, after they leave an org, and they just put it on the street.
But
so crazy.
I didn't go over. I win. Yes.
Yay!
You were closer, yes.
You were closer, Soncho. So you get price points. All right, next item.
Great success.
Okay, this is a 1999 Pokemon Charizard Holo First Edition Pokemon card. Sancho, you start us off this time.
I saw this on the internet. I'm gonna go with 20 grand.
Caleb?
I'm gonna go with $19,999.50.
Unfortunately, 20 grand is the correct answer, so Sancho is walking away with more points. Caleb, my gosh.
Am I allowed to say the same answer? I thought I had to say different.
You can't say the same answer. That's
okay.
Immoral and inappropriate.
Stolen away from me.
Mm-hmm. Next item. All right, we've got the PewDiePie flavor G Fuel tub. Do you have a G Fuel ad read, Caleb, that you have memorized?
No, I have a Game Fuel ad read, which is different than G Fuel. They're actually different products, but you know,
they are different.
It's proven it's shown to improve accuracy and alertness, along with a no-slip grip and a resealable lid. You can learn more at GameFuel.com.
Love it. Now we scrub it. We're like, wait, no no sponsorship, no ad here. All right, Wave, here, we'll let you go first here.
I have tried G Fuel at TwitchCon, and that is the only time I've ever tried G Fuel. I'm gonna say, I don't even know how much these tubs normally cost. $25?
$25 on the board for Caleb. Sancho?
I feel like this is cheating because I am sponsored by G Fuel, and if I get this wrong, this will be a problem. $39.99.
You are closer, Sancho. PewDiePie specifically is $35.99, but you are closer. Do you have a G Fuel ad read?
G Fuel, it's delicious. It's great. You get the energy pump that you need. Yeah.
Ooh, short and sweet. I like that. I like that a lot. More points going over to Sancho, though. Come on. I think we just.
Wait, but Sancho went over the price, so does that mean I get it right? Doesn't mean I get a point?
Well, he was close to it. He was closer to it.
Yeah, but he went above.
It's called The Price is Wrong.
This is my game show, and I make the rules. Okay, even if I just happen to think of them right now, and I may be biased towards Sancho. Next item.
A wiener.
The Last of Us Part 2 GS mini guitar. I don't know what GS stands for. Mini guitar. Guess the price, Caleb.
So GS might be the body style here, but it looks like a basic dreadnought. It's a Taylor guitar, which means that it's actually a nice instrument. But because it is also made as a promotional device, that brings it probably at the actual quality is a little bit lower. It's more just built for being sold along, packaged with something else. I'm gonna say $150.
All right, Sancho.
Okay, there's another guitar that they have that's like thousands of dollars. This one's actually the cheaper one out of the two, and I'm gonna go with $500 because it's The Last of Us. It's PlayStation. They like to throw in additional costs, so $500, but it could be $500.
Caleb.
Yeah, when he said 500, I'm like, wait, this is a Taylor guitar. 150 is too low.
150 is way too freaking low. You can get like a Toys R Us guitar for $150. This is like a nice guitar. $699. What are you doing?
It's a promotional guitar you sell along with a console. Why is Taylor making such a nice guitar for that?
No,
you're right. I'm garbage.
You are absolutely undervaluing. Like, I can't move my camera right now, but I just have like a bookshelf behind me of all of this weeb debauchery. Like, figures themselves that would cost $100 because that's just the type of degenerate that I am. Like, people go hard for promotional material.
That's crazy.
All right. Next item. This is a fun one. Fun fact, I don't own any actual TSM gear. No merch, no swag or anything. I had to make my own for my skits and promotional stuff. So Caleb, we're going to let you go first. TSM 2020 custom jersey.
Give me the first chance just because I'm losing. 2020 custom jersey. I'm going to say $100.
$100? Sancho?
I'm going to say, because it's custom, we'll go $175.
What? Who pays $175 for a jersey?
I don't know, Mrs. I have all of the collectible stuff that I don't need in my house, but it costs $800 for a guitar. You tell me.
Anime boobs is way better than a shirt that you can wear. Way better.
That's my name on it. That's my name on it.
I don't care if it has your name on it. I could like write my name at the bottom of their feet like they do in Toy Story or something and pray to God that they come alive in the middle of the night. But
hey, I was closer. Do I get a point?
You get the points, WavePunk. And let's go ahead and move on to the next thing before Twitch chat starts questioning me. Razer Naga Pro. Now this is actually fun because I have one. Oh wait, no, this is a Trinity. Never mind. Razer Naga Pro. Caleb.
I have a Naga Trinity as well, actually, and I don't remember how much I paid for it.
I do.
I'm gonna guess $120.
120. All right, Sancho.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go $129.99.
Sancho's closer. It's $149.99. These things are expensive, man. Like actually, they're expensive. They're worth it.
That one's wireless, isn't it? I think
no, I got a wire.
No, but
that one's wireless.
The Pro is wireless.
All I know is I just been blessed with weird telegraphic memory, like photographic, like because
telegraph, yeah.
Because like I remember seeing these prices like when I'm just perusing the internet. So
I feel you. All right, next one. Faker is a god T-shirt, and I like the artistry here, the cartoonship. Caleb, go ahead.
Is this what is this product? Is this like something somebody made and put on Twitter, or is this like an actual piece of merch?
Honestly, I don't think it's an actual piece of merch because if you look at it, the way that it looks is like, you know, those like Redbubble, AliExpress type things where you can throw your own thing on.
I think this is off of Redbubble. I'm gonna say $25.
$25. All right, Sancho.
Usually merch like this, there's like a weird additional cost, so I'm gonna go $24.99. And
the real price is $19.90. So Caleb is closer. Points.
No. He said $24.99. He undershot me by a single cent.
I thought you said.
Didn't you say $24.99?
Yeah, I said $24.99.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
I said 25.
Oh, I can't do math. Sancho wins points, and he wins a math amount of points. Dang. Listen, I cleared out all mathematical knowledge and ideas out of my head so I could, remember the lyrics to anime and cartoon songs. Next one. Now this is a good one. Giorno Giovanna costume. Now this is like, look at the cosplay. That's like that nice pleather. Makes you look good. You got I don't think it comes with the wig, so don't include that because wigs sell for like $50 styled and everything, but it looks good. Giorno Giovanna, the protagonist from part 5 of JoJo. Come on, Caleb, what's it cost? What does it cost to look good?
So I think these costumes, like if you go to like a Halloween store, are like $50 to $70, but I don't think you're gonna find this at a normal Halloween store. So I'm gonna go up to a number I've guessed already before, $120.
$120. All right, Sancho.
Let's go with I feel like this is gonna be $179.99. A little bit pricey because it looks nicer.
Now listen, back in the day, a costume like this would cost this much, but right now you see it $61.99 on the screen. AliExpress, dude. AliExpress, I don't know who they have making their stuff. It's definitely 100% unethical, but they pump out costumes super cheap and super fast for whatever the hot anime of the month is or whatever. So yeah, $61. All right. Caleb, you were lower, right? You get the points. You get 5 points because this was from JoJo Part 5. Next costume. Or next
Joe.
next slide.
It is a costume.
The Louis Vuitton League of Legends collaboration Kiana t-shirt. Now, fun fact, there was like one edition of this shirt that Selena Gomez was wearing in like a Vanity video or something, and I'm like, oh, does she play League of Legends? And then she didn't know what the shirt was. WavePunk, you start us off.
But it does still raise the price of the shirt, right?
It's Louis Vuitton, dude.
If she wore this shirt has to be at least
not this one
$600.
specifically, not this one specifically, but you know, this shirt
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Doesn't
all
matter.
right.
She wore one.
$600?
$600.
600 on the board for WavePunk. Sancho,
I want to cut them in half. $299.
$299?
Yeah.
$299. Yeah. If this shirt was $299, I would still not purchase it. Almost $800 for this shirt. Almost.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I feel like you could make this one on Redbubble too. Just gonna point that out.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Probably the material is made out of gold, you know?
Yeah,
Like
unless gold. Unless her ring is actually like spinning as I'm wearing the shirt, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And it gets you into like special clubs. You just wear it, the door opens automatically. Like,
Yeah. All right, let's get our next item. And I believe this is our final item on The Price is Wrong. Dragon Lore Up. Caleb.
$1,500.
$1,500? Okay, Sancho.
I feel like I could see the thumbnail in this, and for some reason I could see like a very exaggerated face, like I pulled it. So $5,000.
$5,000? All right, well, the real price, let's go ahead and reveal it, Joey. $1,846. WavePunk coming in closer. Dear God, this is a very expensive skin. This is an incredibly expensive skin and gun and everything. I will never understand the CSGO skin trade. It's insane.
Wait, I'm curious. What for y'all? What is your most expensive cosmetic item in any video game?
Oh, it would have to be like every single Fortnite gear that I own, because it's like you just end up buying the whole set. So it would have to be the recent Fortnite Battle Pass, because it had all the Marvel characters. So I spent like $100 just on the pass itself, and then like on Blade, on Silver Surfer. So I would say like $150 on just alone this season.
I've probably spent upwards of a couple $100 pulling fashion gachapons on an old Nexon MMO called Mabinogi. And I had like all the maid dresses, I had like all the pets and stuff. Gacha games should be banned because that's how addicting they are. Just look at Genshin Impact right now. Like everyone's on that. People are definitely dumping hundreds in there. But that was it. That was The Price is Wrong. Thank you everyone for playing. I forgot what the point total was, but I think both of you guys are winners in my eyes and of course in the chat's eyes now. Unfortunately, it's time to break into our last segment of the show, which I hate with a burning passion. So Joey, just pull it up and let's just get it over with. Survivor.
What is happening? Are we going to die now?
Sancho, you're asking if you're going to die. Well, I'll have you know that usually I'm the one who ends up.
Oh, man.
She's already gone? That was so fast.
That was so fast, but now it's just you and me to determine the survivor, like who's gonna win.
She didn't even explain the rules. I don't even know.
The rules are we fight to the death, you know. Okay, let's review this entire show of Good Morning Esports. All right, I got the prices right and the prices wrong. I picked Batman, you picked Superman.
Yeah, but then you didn't pick Batman later when you had an opportunity to pick ninjas. I think I won that segment.
You did. That was a very like lawyer like type of like, you know, Ace Ventura, like I got you. You know what I mean? Like bam. But you know what? I'm a man of the people, and then the people determine what happens. I'm a fan of the chat. You know what? We're gonna have Joey put up a poll. You know, the poll has been set. I lied. It is my show now. Welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. And you know what's really dope? Video games. All right, video games are amazing. If you're out there, you're part of the community. I want everybody just to start understanding. Like, don't gatekeep. There's a lot of new people. You know, LCS is going on, all those kinds of things, and all of the opportunities as people trying to get into the scene. Be welcoming. You know. Reach out, reach across, and say hello. Welcome to our community. You know, we've seen so much toxicity in 2020. Now's not the time to be toxic. We're about to close 2020, all right? If all of a sudden we're about to get out of 2020, this is kind of crazy that 2020 has gone by so quickly. It feels like we've all, in the blink of an eye,